It's happening, my wonderful people. See what the Labour Party vice presidential candidate Yusuf Dante did to Fashola while delivering public lecture. I mean, it's really there for us all to see, because the truth remains. We cannot allow the people who are destroying the nation to pretend and come up to say they want to continue to be leaders. We know what they are up to. And so this guy had to just, interject and, just tell Fashola, tackles him and say, Fashola, are you sure this thing you are saying is right, is correct, as she should be? One may be wondering, who is Fashola? Is currently the minister, is currently a minister. Aside that, he has been a governor of, he has been the governor of Lagos State right before Ambode. You see, so these are the people who are in APC, and then when you look at them, you'll be wondering. This man told us that the second Niger Delta bridge was completed. My dear, we went there and the bridge is still, hey dear. See, talk is cheap, oh. Talk is cheap. You see, APC is about leaving office. The money that, Abacha took, that they said they would do Kanu and then second Niger bridge. Kanu road has been done. Abuja to Kanu road has been done. But guess what? The second Niger bridge is lying fallow. And this guy Fashola dare tell us that the bridge has been done. Let's get all the details. 2023, Labour Party vice presidential candidate Yusuf tackled Fashola while delivering public lecture. As Nigerians enter the most critical stage of its electronic cycle, a video showing the moment mad drama ensued between the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Yusuf Dante Baba, and the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Rajesh Fashola, at a public lecture on leadership recently. While delivering his lecture, Fashola, who is a former Lagos State governor, stated that despite the fact that there are some frontline candidates in the race for the presidency, he believed that as far as certain leadership qualities are concerned, only one candidate was best qualified for the job. He said, for my own frontline candidate, they were all elected as governors in different states. They served 8 years, except for the one who got elevated into higher office. Solve the riddle. It will seem logical, therefore, to look at what they have done in their state and in their elevated office that have national impact. Don't forget national impact. And if you like something that meets the standard for quality, for grants, that is something specific, something encouraging, and something impactful, is that not the real standard we should base things on? It seemed to me that the only candidate that meets that standard, what we look at the work of the frontline candidate as quality for choosing them as the next president in the next general election. Fashola then went on to the raise out of the achievement of the practical candidate alongside that of Muhammadu Buhari APC regime. Quite interestingly, when it was his turn to deliver his lecture, Yusuf Dante Baba Ahmed, who is the running mate of Peter Obi of the Labour Party, proceeded to tackle the minister by pointing out that he had somehow forgotten to mention in his speech that students were at home for 8 months and that the dollar currently exchanged for 750 naira to a dollar. He said, we have heard about the bridge and the 52% reduction in time. However, it is so interesting that we have not heard about the 8 months ASU strike. No politics. Please, Fashola is my boss. We also did not hear about the dollar. It's now costing about 750 naira to a dollar, which I warned us against. Speaking about the roads, my boss my boss did not tell us anything about the Abuja Kaduna Expressway, and particularly nothing has been done about it. A leader should always be balanced. A leader should always be balanced. I am balancing the lecture, though it is very good. What he has said is good, but we must not forget that there are other parts he left out. So, my wonderful people, here you have it. This is what is going on, and this is what is happening now. You know, you see the way Dante answered him. He said, he's my boss, so, but let's call a spade a spade. Let's call a spade a spade. First of all, if you listen to that, he has first of all ruled out our very own brother, which we call Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, trying to say that Atiku has not ruled, has not been a state governor. Okay, after ruling out Atiku Abubakar, he went on to say that, those who have been governors for 8 years, of which is, of which we have in that category, we have Peter Obi and his own party presidential candidate, talking about the person of Tinubu. So after saying that, it was Dante's turn, and he said, I want to balance the lecture because my boss has spoken, but he left out very vital, important matter. He only spoke about some matters and left out the others. He said, well, from what we can see right now, you can see that this man has left out very important matters that we should be basing this argument on. He did not mention that students were at home for 8 months, so he did not mention that, just saying. And he called him his boss. He also said the guy did not mention, okay, that the dollar to naira, he did not mention that. So he just brought it back home that, I'm not saying anything, and he called him his boss. So this is my boss, but we should truly, sincerely, call a spade a spade. So these are things that are happening, okay? And one just needs to begin to, look at these things very well. People who want to be leaders, what are they leading? Because he came out to give us a wonderful lecture of what APC is doing and what they have done. But he failed to acknowledge, because like Dante said, a leader has to be balanced. Okay, he did not mention other parts and what could be done and where the areas of failure, and probably if he had come to say, yes, we know we failed in this area, we failed in this area. That is what our presidential candidates also want to make up for and ensure that, we do not disappoint Nigerians going forward. Because if he has done that, it wouldn't have given, Dante an opportunity to tackle him. But you see, politicians, they want to emphasize or stay on the area that they feel is their strength and leave out every other area. For whatever is what, my wonderful people, you and I are in this together, and we must continue to emphasize, okay, the prominence of truth and ensure that we do not allow people who have no concern for this nation to be leaders. Bye for now.